Yeah, sorry about that. I'm having problems with StreamYard. I've only ever done a live stream in the YouTube studio, so connecting it was a little bit of a learning curve. But I'm glad you can see me. Hi, Bunny. What are you guys working on today? What are your plans for today? I'm going to be working on I think I'm going to be working on chapter 17. Yeah, I started writing chapter 17 last night for Project Daydream, and so I want to finish that today and possibly start working on chapter 18. There's so much going on. Um, Currently filming a vlog about that right now, that you guys will see next Monday. But yeah, there's a lot happening that I'm excited to share with you guys. So what are you guys working on today? Keon, is that how you say it, Keon? Um, Saying that they just finished uni for the year, so finally starting on a brand new novel that's been stewing in your brain all year. Awesome. What kind of novel is it? Are we working on like, is it like a mystery, thriller, sci-fi? What genre are you writing? Bunny says, I'm stuck in chapter 3 of my current whip, so trying to get past that. Yeah, I understand that all too well. Being stuck is no fun, but hopefully today you'll have a breakthrough and you can get moving on that. Is there anything in particular that's kind of like holding you back from it? Um, is it like a plot thing, or is it more just, trying to get the words down or something else? Okay, it's not genre fiction, it's literally literary. Oh my goodness. Literary fiction. You guys, I swear, if you ever see one of my videos and I'm struggling to say something, it's because my mouth and my brain just like they frequently do not work together as a unit. So, literary fiction, yes, awesome. If you want to share any details about that, I'd be happy to hear about it. I'm really interested in knowing what you guys are working on and just like kind of, chatting about that. And of course, if you guys have any questions about Project Daydream or even Project Elf Years, feel free, ask away in the comments. Also, let me know what you guys would like to start on as far as a Pomodoro timer. I usually like to start off with something small, like 10 minutes, but if you guys want to do a longer one, we can certainly do that. Trying to get trying to end it cleanly so it leads into the next well. Yeah, I always try to leave off on a cliffhanger on every chapter, but I know that can get really old really fast. Um, and just wrapping it up, I can be difficult, and sometimes, they end up being like 4,000 words. It can be a really frustrating thing to have to work through. But I'm sure that during this live stream, you're going to be able to work that out. You need coffee. I have coffee. 10 to 25 minutes is always best for me. Okay, great. I think we could probably do something in the middle. Let's try a 15-minute timer. Um, if that works for Bunny as well. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay, let's see. Timer. All right, so are you guys ready to do a live writing sprint? 15 minutes. Oh, by the way, you guys, you'll see in the vlog that I'm going to be posting Monday, I am writing by hand this week. So hand cramps are a real thing, but yeah, I won't be typing anything today. Awesome. Bunny says it's perfect for her too. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we can get started on our first writing sprint. And then we'll take like a 5-10 minute break and we can jump back in. Okay, Kian says, can't say too much, but my favorite thing is that one of my MCs has a brain tumor but doesn't know it yet. And the symptoms are so fun to write. Yeah, that does sound like a really fun thing to write. I always love to, I don't know what perspective you're writing in, third or first person, or like an omnipresent type of perspective, but would be interested to know that, because if you're writing in first person, it's got to be like really visceral, I'm sure, to writing the symptoms out, like headaches and things, because there's so many different types of headaches. So I'm someone who gets headaches a lot. And if you have a brain tumor, obviously you're probably going to have a headache, but it could be different kinds. So like the type of headache that makes your body go numb, or a throbbing or sharp pain, writing about like sensations. My gosh, you guys, my brain is so dead right now. Writing about sensations in first person can give your reader a very visceral, just real experience. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump right into a 15-minute writing sprint. I am going to share my screen with you guys, and then we can get started. All right. Okay, how did everybody do during that 15-minute session? I feel like I kind of fell into a good little rhythm there. I wrote about a page and a half. And trying to work out, similar to Bunny, trying to work out a little bit of how to end this chapter. It's an interesting one. And you guys know that I'm writing, uh, Project Daydream is being written in sort of two different worlds and two different perspectives. So right now in chapter 17, I'm writing in Kai's perspective and it's in the dream world. And writing about a dream world is just very um I don't know. It kind of reminds me a little bit about of that painting that it's like the surrealism. That's like surrealism art is kind of what I'm thinking. And things are just kind of disappearing and popping up and it's just very very interesting to write, but it's also difficult because I'm starting to feel a little of the white room syndrome happening because things are changing. And I think I need to just get into or maybe just have some more rules. So I need to do a little bit more world building and just kind of figure out how the dream world actually works a little bit better. But anyways, Keon says it's third person because I've always written in third person, but maybe I should try first. That does sound fun. Also, I'm technically writing by hand too, since I write on my iPad with a pen. Awesome. Yeah. I like writing on my iPad too, but I really need the little like grip on the pen. And also, I'm just a pen nerd. I really love a nice gel pen, and I also have these like little micron pen things that I use to write with. I write even though they're like art pens, I like to write with these because I'm nerdy about those kinds of things. But anyways, hi Akash from India. How are you and what are you working on today? Kian, I did lots of research, but no words. Haha. Do you switch perspectives every chapter or is it just random? So that's a great question. So I right now it feels random, but I'm really just switching perspectives as the story deems necessary. So like for example, in my last chapter, it was written in Alyssa's point of view, and then this chapter is written in Kai's point of view, and then the next one is also going to be written in Kai's point of view. I already know that. But it could also go every other one. It really just depends on what's needed for the story. So I'm in an interesting place though. um, because I feel like right now they've just met each other for the first time. So it's just they're I don't know, it just I can't really give away too many details without like just completely giving away the whole story, but it's they met for the first time and Kai's not going to remember everything from the meeting, but Alyssa is. Cuz you know how when you go to sleep and you wake up you don't always remember every detail or sometimes you don't remember at all. So Kai is new to dream jumping, so he doesn't necessarily remember everything. Again, I need to sort out the words. This is the problem with pantsing a novel. Because you just kind of sometimes not everything is upfront like it would be if you were plotting. Which brings me the question, Keon, are you plotting your novel or are you pantsing it? Let me know. Bunny says, I just reintroduced my main characters to each other after 3 years, and after one of them has been presumed dead that whole time. Cool. Awesome. Is what kind I didn't ask you what genre are you writing in? What perspective are you writing in? Tell us a little bit more about your project. I'm fine. 3-month age, I started writing. That's that's pretty awesome. Yeah, me too. I've also faced a lot of problems while writing. What kind of problems are you facing right now? Me personally, ADHD brain has got me like firmly in its grip right now. It's not doing me any favors. That is for sure. Also, I'm gonna take off my glasses. You see the little blue light in that's the ring light. I have to have it on all the time because my window over here is western facing, so I don't get any sun until the evening. It's and I've got trees all out there. It's just very blocked. My window's just blocked. So, but very interesting lighting in the afternoons. It's kind of nice. So, how did you guys do? Obviously, Keon, you did a lot of research, which I mean, that's awesome. I'm doing a lot of research too for mine. It's mostly just about sleep disorders and stuff. So, but Bunny, you just reintroduced. You guys keep track of word count at all, or are you just kind of writing and not keeping track of that? Oh yeah, no spoilers. Haha. I really hope you get published if that's what you want because I love the premise. I'm a pantser through and through, but I do have a very loose outline because it requires so much medical research. Sure, absolutely. Yeah, me too. Super pantser. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of research as well, but it's mostly just around sleep disorders, which I already have a good knowledge base on, luckily, because I have all sorts of weird like parasomnia things that happen to me, but also my mom is narcoleptic, so I have that, and then I'm also like a I suffer from chronic insomnia. I think the longest I've gone out without sleep is like 3 days. So I'm kind of I've already got like a good base knowledge, but there are some things that I'm doing research on. So, and I assume that you're going to be doing some research on like brain tumors, symptoms, and like prognosis and stuff with that. Bunny says it's kind of more dystopian fiction, and I feel that ADHD sucks sometimes. Yeah, no kidding. Dystopian fiction, awesome. I love a good dystopian novel. Are you wanting to get it published, or are you looking more along the lines of self-publishing, or are you just writing it for fun? Let me know. Yeah, and ADHD. I feel that I actually didn't even know I had ADHD until last summer, and so very late diagnosis here, and it makes so much sense now. Everything is just kind of like, I mean, I try not to use it as an excuse for things, but it now is just like a explanation as to why things have worked out the way that they have for me in a lot of ways. So um yeah, I totally can relate to that. Awesome, Bunny. 319 words. That's great. And Akash says, like a lack of ideas and lack of self-confidence. Yeah, I can relate to that as well. Sometimes when you write stuff and you reread what you've written, it can sort of I just really like to just say don't reread what you've written, especially if you're writing a first draft. And you can always improve. And with the confidence thing, even if your words actually are bad, and I'm not saying that they are, but even if they are actually bad, you can always improve on that. The thing that you can't improve on is a blank page. Like you have to actually write things down. So it's great that you're working on it. And as far as the lack of ideas are concerned, I feel like I want to make a video about how I find ideas because honestly, inspiration for story ideas, like the one that I'm working on right now, it literally came because I had a dream about something and my boyfriend said something that sparked the idea. And I think that you can kind of get ideas from literally anywhere. You just have to know what to look for. And obviously there's a good idea and there's a bad idea as well. So you have to kind of be able to decide the difference. But brainstorming, try doing a brain dump, Akash. Try getting out a sheet of paper and just writing everything in your head down and pulling some from one of those things and expanding on that and see where that gets you. It might help. Keon says, I usually track words. Yeah. Also, does your mom help with your research? My parents' family aren't really okay with me wanting to be a writer, so I can never really talk to them about it. Oh, that sucks. Um, but yeah, I can sort of relate to that as well. My mom doesn't really help me with my research. I just know from what she's told me. So, like the medications that she's on and stuff, and sort of like the feeling that she has when she's had like an episode. My mom, she doesn't have severe narcolepsy. She could still drive and like have a normal life and stuff. She just sometimes she'll fall asleep when she's eating, and she has fallen asleep driving before. Luckily, I was in the car with her and was able to like jump into the driver's seat. But yeah, she's kind of described the way that it feels almost like she's underwater. She can hear what's going on around her, but she can't really like it's like her brain is underwater or submerged. Like she can hear, but it's not clear, if that makes sense. So as far as your family not being okay with you being a writer, um try to find a community of people like here on YouTube. We're so happy to have you here and we'll support you. Um, but I do kind of get my dad wanted me to be an engineer. So I totally relate to that. He's not, I just don't share my work with them because it's just not, it's better to just find your people and your support group. If your family can't be that for you, it's okay. Bunny says, same as Keon and I have a basic outline of point I want to hit, but after that, I'm making it as I go, and it's actually a gift for my younger brothers. Oh, awesome. That's so cute. That's I love that. How many brothers do you have, Bunny? I have 3 brothers. I have an older brother and I have 2 younger brothers. Akash says, "Can we know where you are from?" I am from the United States. It's hard for me to say where I'm from because I move around way too much. In the last 3 years, I have lived in Virginia, Iowa, and Hawaii. And before that, I was in New Zealand. So, but I was born and raised in the United States. So, okay. I think that is enough rambling because I do that sometimes, obviously. You guys would be appalled to know how often I have to cut stuff out of my vlogs. I mean, I go through like 5 hours of me rambling just to get a 15-minute video. It's actually terrible. But let's go ahead and do another writing sprint. How does 20 minutes sound to you guys? Three brothers, all younger, and they have autism. Okay. So you're writing a story for them. That is really awesome. 20 is good. I can do 20 minutes. Awesome. All right. So let's go ahead and start a timer for 20 minutes. We're going to reset. Oops. And 3, 2, 1, right. Okay. So that was a very good writing session for me. I wrote another, I would say, 2 pages. I finished chapter 17 and I started working on chapter 18. So very, very productive writing session for me. How about you guys? How was everything for you during that writing session? Let me know. In a interesting spot in the manuscript, I'm just now I'm writing a chapter where Kai has just woken up from this dream that he was having, where he met Alyssa for the first time, and he's just kind of a little confused as to what just happened because the dream, it started as a dream and kind of turned into a nightmare, kind of about halfway through, and he's just trying to figure out what happened, but he's not actually going to remember exactly everything. So very, very interesting spot. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to bridge the gap between Alyssa and Kai, because Alyssa's going to remember. Obviously, Kai is not going to, them meeting. So at some point, they're going to have to come together in the waking world, but I'm not exactly sure how I'm doing that yet. So how did you guys do? Bunny says, finally ended chapter 3, so I deem this whole stream a personal success since I have been stuck for like a week. Hey, that's awesome. Great job, Bunny. That is great. It's always so fulfilling when you get past a part where you're stuck. Um, I've been there several times, so I know exactly what you're going through. And Kian, 355 words. Awesome. So I assume then that you kind of got everything you needed from your research. I'm not exactly sure how many words I got, but since I am handwriting, but I have basically written from here. Let's see, got a page, finger through these pages here to like here. So just like a few pages so far during this stream. I'm sure this is going to probably be a very productive session for all of us, I hope. So do you guys feel good about your progress so far in your stories then? How far into your manuscript are you, Kian? And are you writing in your first draft, or is this like a few drafts in? What about you, Bunny? Bunny, first draft right now. Okay, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, first drafts. Have you guys ever written a book before? Like is this your very first time attempting to write a book, or have you tried and failed before? Have you tried and succeeded before? And Keon says it might be cliche, but maybe you could just have them bump into each other somewhere. Not all the research, but some. I need things where the symptoms overlap because he's gonna get misdiagnosed a lot. Okay. Interesting. Um, Yeah, I mean, I could definitely have them bump into each other. I was kind of thinking that I might have because Alyssa is, like, a police officer, so I'm thinking that she might and because it's her sister that died, she's just gonna kind of go rogue and do some of her own investigating, and I think she's gonna end up figuring out who he is, but I'm not 100% sure. I was also kind of thinking because he's not going to remember her exactly, like, he's gonna remember meeting her, but he's not gonna remember everything, and you know that's those situations where you get into, a group situation and someone tells you their name, but you don't remember their name, and then you feel like it's too rude to ask. I feel like he's gonna it's gonna be something stupid like that, where he knows who she is, but he can't remember exactly, and so he's not gonna tell her, but he's also trying to figure out how it's even possible that he killed her sister, so I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm trying to work it out as I go, obviously, since I'm not plotting this out. But Bunny says, I wrote some in middle school, but not really, so I count this as my first attempt. Okay, cool, cool. Same. Definitely. Uh I am the queen of starting stories and not finishing them or like writing them for like the first 3 chapters and then not doing it anymore. But, Keon, mine's a first draft as well, but it's been in my brain all year. I've tried to write books before and haven't finished them, but I've also co-published a book before. Awesome. Hey, that's really cool. What book was that? I'd be interested in knowing. Did you also co-write that book or was it just like a publishing thing? Um, Yeah, I've never published anything. I have entered into some, like, writing competitions before, but I've never like, for short stories, but I've never actually published anything. Um, think I'm a little too scared to do that. At least I'm hoping to accomplish that this year, but we'll see. Also, thinking maybe the next session we'll do, like, another 20 minutes writing session. How does that sound for you guys? Yeah. Bunny says, "Me too. I feel that fear." Yeah. It's scary because, like, writing well, I mean, just any work that you do can be really personal, but specifically anything artistic, like, if you were to draw something even or, like, sing a song, those things are just really personal, and I think it's because it comes down more to whether or not you feel as though you are talented in that. And then to put that out in the public eye for other people to possibly judge you on and criticize you for, that is a very, very scary feeling. So I I do understand 1000%. Kian says, "Yeah, I co-wrote it as well. Awesome. It's a self-help book called Align with Love, and it's available on Amazon. Awesome. That is so great. I'll have to check that out for sure. Absolutely. And you're good with the 20 minutes? Awesome. I'm thinking, I don't know, how long do you guys want to go for? Because I was kind of thinking that this was going to be just like a 2-hour thing. But if you guys are kind of starting to feel the drag, I am a little bit starting to feel just a little bit like I'm reaching my end point. So if you guys are also starting to feel that, we might end it early or we could keep going, up to you. I am here for whatever. I'm going to look up your book, Keon. I'm curious. I'm doing it right now. Keon says 2 hours is fine, but it's up to you. It's your stream. Yeah. I know, we'll see. Okay, so align with love, you said. Okay. The cover is black, by the way. Okay, align with love. Oh, I think I found it. Sarah Bruno, Bray Dawson. Oh my gosh, my glass. I need my glasses because this print is really small. Bray Dawson, Rebecca Ryan, Keon Isaac, and Austin Mardon or Mardone. I could end early. I got what I needed to get done. Okay, awesome, Bunny. Well, I appreciate you jumping on. If you want to stick around, we can continue to do sprints. Otherwise, whatever you need to do. Okay. Hey, look at that. Okay. So it's about diet culture. Cool, cool. I will definitely have to check this out a little bit more later, but that's awesome, Kian. That's great. All right. Now, do you want to go ahead and do another writing session? I'm thinking I'm ready for it. I need to blow out this candle and switch to this one. So, oh, it smells so good. You will see, I think, in my next vlog, I got some candles that will kind of give me the same sort of vibe that I'm looking for like the dreaming reality, which was this one that I had written. It's the or written. Oh my gosh, lit. It's a Wisteria Garden candle. From Bath and Body Works. It reminds me exactly of what I would picture or think a dream world would smell like. It's just very florally. And then I also got this blush amber and peony, which reminds me of when you're walking down a city street and you're passing open shop doors and you get just like a whiff of something, a whiff of a smell of something through the open door. That's what this candle reminds me of almost exactly. And so I got this one for the waking world. But I am alternating between these candles going forward to hopefully set the mood and help me to stay a little bit more focused because that has been something that I've been struggling so hard with, and I'm about done with myself on that. So, Midnight Luminous. Hello, Charlie. Sorry I joined so late. It is okay. We are just glad that you are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What are you working on today? Kian says, I got another coffee, so I'm ready. Awesome. I love candles, but I can't have them because of my cat. So I have one of those infusers instead. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's one of the reasons why cats, okay, firstly, cats are so mischievous and I love them for that. But that's also one of the reasons why I don't have one, because I don't like my things being just yeeted off of my shelves. So got a dog. Although he is very cat-like. He really just loves to eat my books and my pencil sharpeners. He just gets into things, like random things that he shouldn't get into. But anyways, it's fine. Midnight Luminous, what are you working on today? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining too, by the way. We are just about getting ready to jump into a 20-minute writing sprint. So if you are ready for that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my little timer thing. Kian says, oh yeah, I get that. She will burn her whiskers off watching the flame flicker. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, cats. They do that, don't they? Ah, we used to have this cat when I was in high school. It was my youngest brother's cat, actually. His name was Superman. And no joke, he would jump up on to the desk or onto the couch or wherever you were sitting. If you had food in your hand, he would literally steal it from your hand and then go like behind the couch and growl while he was eating it. He was kind of scary, to be honest, but cats will do that. My mom's likes to put her head under the water, the faucet in the kitchen sink. Cats are cats are weird like that, but I love them. I love them so much. But I'm definitely a dog person. You guys can probably tell that from my vlogs. But I do really really also love cats. Let's see. All right. I think we are ready for another riding sprint. For those of you who have just joined, I see there's a few extra people in here. For those of you who have just joined, feel free to jump into the chat and tell us what you're working on. We're about to do another 20-minute riding sprint. So I think we'll probably just go ahead and get that started. And then we'll check in for another little break, kind of do a little chit chat again. You can listen to me ramble some more. All right. Oh, Midnight Luminous. Good luck with the writing. I hope you get a ton of words down. Unfortunately, can't write along. Nope, that's okay. We just appreciate you jumping in. Thank you so much for being here. And hopefully next time you'll be able to join us for a writing session. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, gotta stop doing that. Hold on one second. Should probably share my screen first. And we're going to reset this. All right. So we're going to do 3, 2, 1, right. Okay. So that was another very productive writing session for me. How did you guys do? I ended up writing another 2.5 pages during that writing sprint, and I'm now, like I said, working in the waking world. I'm still not sure what I'm going to call these. I think um I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna call them. But anyway, I am now working in the working world. Still Kai's perspective. He is just waking up, trying to figure out what happened, but he can't seem to recall the dreams. And then he's now seeing a article about the murdered woman. So that's kind of what I'm writing right now. Definitely got quite a bit done. What about you? What did you guys do? And how did you do? Just started chapter 4. Awesome, Bunny. Awesome. So you had mentioned that your story is, let's see. We talked about this. Sorry, I have a bad memory. It's a dystopian fiction. Can you tell me a little bit more about like the world building of your dystopian world? Why is it like what happened in this world? Kai says, only 200 that time. My dad called. They're moving my grandma in with him and us. I'm here for the summer until I go back to uni in the fall. Okay, awesome, awesome. 200 words is 200 words. That's still progress. And he literally, if it's even 3 words, it's better than no words. That's great progress. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to type this up later and see. I've been doing pretty good this week, to be honest with you. Yesterday, though, I only wrote like 200 and something words, like the whole day, um, because I definitely got distracted with stuff that I shouldn't have gotten distracted with. But anyways, I feel like I'm making that up today. I feel like I've gotten quite a bit done during this live stream already, and I mean, I've written so far. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 pages so far during this live stream. So I'm pretty happy with that already. I'm just not sure because I'm writing by hand. I don't know exactly how many words that I've written. So, where, if you don't mind telling us, Kian, what are you studying in university? Let me know. Interested. I am currently in college as well. I'm studying digital marketing. Just find it really interesting, and also, I feel like I need to have some sort of a creative career because I have done the whole, like, I mean, I've been working in customer service and doing like recruiting work and stuff, and it is literally the most boring job ever. And I just, you know, it will be the death of me if I continue to do that. So I need something that kind of fuels my creative spirit. And I think digital marketing is a good route to take that way. Keon says, "That's why I hate writing by hand, the typing it up later. At least on my iPad, the writing is turned to typed. Fair. I'm studying to be a librarian." Awesome. That is so cool. Obviously, you know, if you love books enough to be a librarian, I mean, obviously, I don't know if that's what it was that made you want to be a librarian, but as a writer, I can totally understand that right away. And yes, I actually don't mind the typing it up later. The thing that I hate about writing by hand is actually the fact that my hand cramps really badly. Also, I apologize. My dog is sleeping in the next room, and when he sleeps, he cries in his sleep and he growls. So if you hear some like weird sounds in the background, that's what that is. I guess I'll just ask you, Kian. Obviously, you know, you love books, you're a writer. Is that the reason why you chose to go to school to be a librarian, or is there another reason behind that? Yeah, my hand is really sore. Oh, so sore. All right, I think we have time for one more writing spread, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be a short one. So maybe we could do like a 10 to 15-minute sprint. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Keon says, that was part of it, yes, but I'm actually looking to go into archives, hopefully museum archives. I love history. Hey, that is awesome. That is really cool. That's a really cool aspiration. Did you ever think about being like an archaeologist or anything? Or is it just you just like the archives? Bunny says, well, my brothers love zombies, but there aren't really any books about autistic characters dealing with a surviving that. Dealing with surviving that. So I want to make a book that combines a lot of their favorite things. That is so cool. I love that. I really, really love that. So it's in the perspective of someone who has autism and in a zombie apocalypse. That is really, really cool. I like that. Seeing themselves represented. Yeah, that's so important. That is so, so important. Absolutely. I'm actually writing. So this book that I'm writing, it's obviously like um, representation in books is so important. In media, in any type of media, is so important. In this book that I'm writing, my characters uh, are actually part of the BIPOC community because I'm mixed. So, and I typically, it's weird because I typically write in the perspective of someone who would be like Caucasian, but I'm mixed, and so I really wanted my characters to share that and so that I have that in common with my characters because like you said, Bunny, it is, you know, seeing people who have disabilities, people of color, different sexual orientations, it's so important to make sure that those things are being represented in books or in any type of media. Absolutely. So how do you guys feel about another 10-minute sprint? Maybe 15 minutes? What do you think? Let me know. Kian, I'm physically disabled and have seizures. So being an archaeologist wasn't really in the cards for me. I just wanted a chill job where I could be around history books all day and not have my creativity zapped like customer service jobs. Oh, yeah, I feel that. I totally understand. Oh my gosh. I feel like I need to do a story time video of how I survived customer service jobs, but while writing books, because that, oh my gosh, like it's such a challenge. And you're right. Being like having a job that is creative but doesn't zap your creative energy and also your mental energy. It's so important when you're trying to be creative in other ways in your personal life, whether it be writing a book or anything else, because it really does, like you said, zap that energy out of you. And it's so hard when you're working in a job like that to come home and then be creative or use your brain for other pursuits, because it's just so draining. So I totally get that. Thanks, Bunny. Yeah, I haven't really thought about that, because or like really mentioned that on my channel, because I am like, well, a lot of people assume that I'm white, which is fair enough because I am very fair skinned. But yeah, my mom is black, my dad is white, and I'm mixed. So I have a little bit of a different perspective. And I find that a lot of books, at least books that I've read personally, they're either Caucasian or like just fully black. And I don't have, like, I feel like myself, I'm not being represented in that way. Like, it is just very different because I don't really know how I fit in anywhere, if that makes sense. Like, I don't fully fit in with Caucasian community, and I don't fully fit in with the Black community. It's like I'm in the middle, and having that representation is really important. Just like with any sort of disability, like I said, sexual orientation, or, creed, religion, even. It's just representation, and just having sources where you can see someone else who kind of is similar to you in the media. That's just really important. So important. All right. I'm thinking that we'll just do like a quick 10-minute sprint now. It's kind of come into the little oh my gosh. You see, I've had 1 cup of coffee. I need another one. My brain is still not working right with my mouth. But anyways, I am thinking of, yes, doing oh, Keon says, I'd love to see a video about how you survived that. I've worked at Starbucks for 4 years, and let me tell you, being yelled at every day over people's $5 coffee was not it. So draining. Okay. Yes, I will definitely be doing a story time about that. I think I'm gonna just do one, because absolutely. And firstly, I worked in call centers. So I've worked in in-person customer service, and I've worked in call centers where people can't see my face. And let me tell you, the difference is staggering. Okay? Like, people are so nice in person, but when you get on, at least for me, they're a lot nicer in person than they are over the phone. They can't see you, and they just don't believe that you're a real person. The things that people have said to me, I have been threatened as like with bombs, like someone threatened to bomb my apartment. I have been like just verbally assaulted at like so many levels. Unfortunately, in customer service, it is terrible. And to have to deal with that, and like prevent yourself from like saying anything back, and then to go home and continue to be creative. Oh my gosh, it is so draining, Keon. I totally understand that. Absolutely. Pop says, how long has this been going on for? Am I too late? Hi, Pops. Yeah, we've been at this for about almost 2 hours now. The live stream started at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, it's okay if you're late. We're about to do another sprint, and then I think I'm going to pop off for the rest of the day. However, if you would like to join for more writing sprints and live writing sprints, I'm thinking about making this potentially either a weekly or bi-weekly thing. At least I'll be doing it at least once a month. So if you are interested in doing that, I'm actually thinking about doing a poll to see when people are most available, because I don't want to put on a live stream and like, have this situation happen with, people being disappointed that they've missed it. But I mean, you're free to join us for the rest of it if you'd like. Bunny says, completely understand as a girl who's mixed Latina and white. Yeah, absolutely. You totally know where I'm coming from. Yay. Keon says, oh yeah, I'm sure it's way worse over the phone, but I was still called stupid, useless, slow, and more in person. Yeah, no, I absolutely, like, you definitely hear those things. I used to be a barista too. It was actually my first job. I worked at this little place called Borealis, and it was like a coffee shop. It was primarily coffee, but they did ice cream, and it was like a little deli thing. And then, like, if you went into the store, there was like a gift shop in there. So it was like a small owned coffee shop. And I've literally had people throw hot coffee back in my face. So I know exactly what you're talking about. It's absolutely terrible. People are so mean. Like they really, just the customer service people. I feel like when people go in, they just want what they want and they have absolutely no patience, and they just don't even see customer service workers as human beings. And it bothers me so much. It's why I always, I always am just like, even like if I'm just going to grocery shopping or something, I always say, thank you, even if I haven't even talked to the person, because it's just like customer service workers get so little recognition for what they do. And to be honest with you, I mean, it can be an easy job depending on what it is, but it's still work and you're still there serving people, you're still there helping people. And people in customer service, they're human beings, and whether or not they're good at their job, they deserve to be treated with respect, period. It doesn't even matter. So I totally 1000% understand, Keon. All right. I think it is time for our last riding sprint. 10 minutes sound good for everybody? I'm going to pull up the timer and get it reset so that we can get started on that. And then I'll do my little countdown as well. All right. If everybody is ready, we are going to start riding in 3, 2, 1, right. Okay. How did everybody do? Actually, my boyfriend came home like at the very beginning of the sprint, so I had to pause what I was doing and go say hi to him. Um, but I ended up writing about a paragraph, so it wasn't much. And now I'm kind of stuck a little bit, but I think after the stream is ended, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, like a little bit of a longer break, and I might try to do some writing outside because it's so nice today. It's like 80 degrees out. Um, so 80 degrees and sunny. So I'm going to take my pup to the dog park and then do some writing, I think. So, um, but I feel like I'm in a good spot at the moment. How did you guys do? What'd you guys get done during that 10-minute writing sprint? Bunny got about 185 words, but not much. But progress is progress. Yes. Progress is progress. Absolutely. It's definitely better than nothing. And who knows? I mean, it was only 10 minutes too. If we had gone on for another 10 minutes, maybe you would have gotten 3 times that much. Keon says, you should write more just before your break. The best advice I ever got was to end on a bit of a cliffhanger so that you're excited to go back to it. Yeah, absolutely. I did actually end on a little bit of a cliffhanger, even though it's kind of mid-chapter. He's just woken up and realized that the woman he saw in his dream, like he doesn't remember her name, but the woman that he saw in her dream is in the hospital and he recognizes her face. He just doesn't remember who she is. So he that's pretty much where I left off, which is a little bit of a cliffhanger, but I am excited to write the rest of the scene. It's just a little I'm just in a weird spot mentally with them because I feel like well, you might know, Keon, because you're pantsing. Bunny, I don't know if you're pantsing or if you did an outline. I can't remember exactly, but um, when you're pantsing a novel and you're just kind of discovery writing and everything is kind of coming to you as the story unfolds, that's really what's happening. So I'm at the spot where I could take it one way or I could take it another. I'm still trying to figure out which direction I want to take it. But yeah, how did you do this 10-minute sprint, Keon? Bunny says, I have a rough outline, but mostly pantsing. Yeah. Keon says, oh, that's good. Have you ever seen the show The Sandman? It's by Neil Gaiman, and I think you would love it. I got about 150 words. Awesome. Awesome. Great job. I think I actually have seen that. I am okay. So one thing you should know about me is that I really love watching like TV shows from like authors or like books made into TV shows, books made into movies is like my favorite things, but I can't remember the details unless I've actually read the book. Um, so I'm sure, and it's really hard for me to remember names of things. Sandman, let me see. Yes, I have seen it. I have, yeah. And I did actually really like it. Um, I can't remember. Has this one actually been continued, or is it just the one, like the one and done thing? Because I watched the first season and then I don't know that I watched the rest of it if there is any more. One season. Huh. Have any of you guys seen the Wheel of Time series on Amazon Prime? No, I think it's continued. I hope it is anyway. Well, yeah, it says on the IMDb that it's like 2022 through present. So I would assume that it's going to be continued, but I haven't found a release date yet. Okay, so season 2 is happening, but I'm not sure when. Probably in August. When, let's see. Okay, so it just says that season 2 is an upcoming second. Okay, The Sandman season 2 is the upcoming second season of a fantasy series from Netflix. It doesn't say that I can see when it's coming out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it doesn't say when it's coming out. I haven't seen The Wheel of Time yet. I don't have Prime. Okay. Yeah. I've been really liking Amazon Prime or like Prime Video recently. It's like the only subscription service that I pay for. My boyfriend pays for our Spotify and stuff. Um, but I really, really like that series. It's very interesting. Again, it's another book that I haven't read, so it's hard for me to remember the details. But I do really, really enjoy that. Things like that. Okay, so I feel like this was like a very productive little writing section and write-in, and I really appreciate you guys jumping in and joining me for this. It was super fun. Let me know if you guys would be interested in doing more of these live streams. I feel like they're so fun to just kind of chat with you guys and kind of have a little bit more interaction. And I know there's some of you who watch my videos that I really appreciate you doing that, who are happy to join in on the live stream. So just let me know when those work out, or when that would work best for you, I guess, like, is what I'm trying to say. Oh my gosh, I need a nap. Kian says, I just don't like how you have to pay for stuff even though you have a subscription. Yeah, like the HBO or like Stars membership. Yeah, I can understand that. It's sort of like Hulu. Like, you have to pay not to have ads, and you have to pay to do certain channels, and it feels too much like cable for me. I only pay for the Prime, though. I don't pay for like any of those extra subscriptions. If I do, although if I do, like, for example, the Outlander series, I really love the Outlander series, and I buy those. So that's one of the reasons why I like Prime, is because I can watch a series, and if I really like it, then I'll go in and I'll buy the digital copies, so I can basically just watch it anytime. Keon says, also, yes, I would love more. I feel like I'm so productive. Yes. I think the body doubling thing, it's so real. Like, it's an actual, it's so helpful when you have another person who's also writing or just doing productive things. One of the reasons why I love these live write-ins. And I attend them too for on other people's channels as well. Just because it's also just really fun to interact with you guys. But I feel like we did a lot today. It was very productive. I will probably schedule another one, maybe not next week, but the week after. And we could meet again for another write-in. Bunny says, same, it was great motivation to continue. Awesome. I'm glad it was. That's great. Very, very nice to hear. Awesome. Okay, well, I will let you guys get back to your day then. I'm gonna go eat some lunch and take my dog to the dog park, take a little mini break, and get back to work. But again, my next video is gonna be Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully, you guys will be able to watch that and say hi to yourselves in this live stream, because I did take a little like 6-second video of the live stream. So, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Bye, Kian.